Hey, good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Barbie. Great to see you again.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. It's another beautiful day out here in sunny Western Canada.
Hey, you're pretty in purple today.
I am. I am. I'm going through my shirt collection, but I gotta have a different one every day. So
Love that you love color.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so let's get serious for a minute.
Okay.
There's, okay, rats, eh? There's lots of people that avoid doing their financial planning, and I think you got it hammered down by telling me this week that people have, oh, we just had a plane go overhead, that people have emotional roadblocks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, what is one of the emotional roadblocks that you've noticed this week in business?
Well, this weekend, other weeks as well, when people are apprehensive, they're afraid of being judged, and they are sometimes afraid to reach out because people might think that, or the planner might think that they have not saved enough so far, or they're afraid that meeting with a planner will, not be a comfortable thing, or there'll be too much jargon, or all kinds of stuff like that. So they when we're uncertain, when we're faced with uncertainty, we tend, I think, as human nature, to lean towards the what we perceive as being the bad outcomes of meeting with somebody. Okay, I won't have enough money. I won't look good. I won't be prepared enough. I won't understand the jargon, all that kind of stuff. And nothing could be further from the truth. At least when meeting with me as a financial planner, the first thing I really do is I just try and put people at ease and say, what, just tell me your story. Tell me what's on your mind, and I don't talk in jargon. I talk to people like I would talk to somebody sitting in a coffee shop. So it's a very comfortable conversation. Because I can tell when people come in, sometimes they're a little nervous, and the last thing I want is people to be nervous. So I just want to put them at ease, and that helps them also build some trust. To know that I'm not here to make them look bad. I'm not here to judge them or their situation or anything like that. I'm just genuinely here to help them with their financial situation.
So, one of the big roadblocks, I guess, you're talking about is fear. And it seems to me that there are some folks that are fearful of money, even if they have enough.
Mm-hmm. I deal with a lot of people that are about to retire or have just retired, and that's a common theme. Although I deal with people at any age, but around the retirees, it's, do I have enough money? Have I saved enough money? Can I quit my job? Can I retire? What's my retirement going to look like? And so there's a fear that, my job is to tell them what they can do and what their retirement's going to look like, and if they have enough money or not. And I think sometimes they're afraid that I'm going to tell them that they might not have enough money to retire. But and in some cases, that's the case. But people also, I find, the majority underestimate their wealth. When they come to me, they're just kind of hoping that I'll be able to figure out that they have enough money for the rest of their life, and a lot of the times they'll have more than enough money for the rest of their life. So they're kind of needlessly, or they're being too cautious. So that's that fear of just not having enough, and that's the scarcity and fear of the negative side of things. Not thinking, oh, we can finally retire, it's great, we can do what we want, and that's the fun part, and that's what we want to get to. So we want to get away from the scarcity mentality and transition over to, it's your time, you've worked hard, you want to enjoy your retirement.
So, I guess maybe some people retiring that have enough might just be afraid to retire.
It's very true. Some people have trouble letting go,
Yeah.
and it's hard to walk away from your job or your career. So I totally appreciate that. It's a tough decision, and I know people who their parents or grandparents grew up in the Depression. Those people are very very cautious with their money, and nothing wrong with that. That's how you amass money. That's how you build wealth. But I've seen the extremes too, where people are worth $10 million and they do not want to spend any money because they're afraid of running out, which is a little extreme. I mean, it depends on their lifestyle, but you can still live a pretty good lifestyle and still leave $10 million, because that's going to generate a lot of income in retirement. So some are overly cautious, and some people are, well, I think they come in and they think, well, we're close to having enough. They're not sure, they want a second set of eyes, so that's where I come in. And they're afraid maybe I'll tell them, oh, you got to work 2 more years or something like that. And that has happened on occasion, but it's usually the opposite, where yeah, you're good to retire. I had one client. It's a testimonial on my website at albertafinancialplanner.ca. Testimonial on there where they came to me and they were planning on retiring in 2 years, and I did the plan, figured everything out, and they could retire now. They had more than enough money to retire now. So the next day she went in and put in her notice that she's gonna retire. So it's a good it's a good news story. And even if for some reason you don't have enough, wouldn't you rather know that, as opposed to just worrying and keeping yourself up at night? I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have enough. And one of the things that I do as a planner is not just point out, kind of where you're at and if you have enough or not, but if there's something that you don't have enough, well, what can we do about it? Then we look at things. You might sell your house at age 85 or something instead of 95. And so there's things that we can do. There's levers that we can pull to try and make it happen for you.
Well, I know my financial planner, Kenny, told me that I should retire. And after saving my whole life, it felt very foreign to me to step back and not work so much and look at retirement.
It's very hard for a lot of people, and myself included sometimes, to take the foot off the gas pedal, because you just want to make sure you have enough. But that's why we run the numbers. That's the financial plan. It tells the story.
Okay, so let's talk, we're talking a lot of fear here, and one thing is a fear of conflicting priorities, like people might have to make decisions. I guess there's fear around that too, eh?
Yes, there is, yeah, and people may have a lot of wishes, things that they want to do in retirement, and they may not have enough money to do all of their wish list. So then we have to have a conversation about what's more important to you, or is there a way that we can, find a way to do both of the competing interests, but maybe one of them to a lesser degree than originally had planned, or something like that.
So I guess that might apply also to the people saving to that point in retirement. Is they might have to make some lifestyle decisions as well to get to where they want to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we also talk about lifestyle in retirement too. And it's the first 10 years or so of retirement, you're still pretty active and you want to travel and all that. So we'll increase your expenses in that time. And then about 75, people start to slow down, maybe 80 now, because people are more active later on, but they start to slow down. So we decrease your expenses during that period. And then maybe increase your expenses at 80, 85, just to allow for the possibility if you need some special care. So that's the go, slow go, no go kind of thing, and that's it. But we're talking a lot about people at retirement, but it applies to anybody. In fear, I have people come to me that are broke, and they want me to build a plan for them to figure out how to get out of debt, and happy to do that as well. So if you got a goal you want to achieve financially, that's really what it's about. Don't be afraid to reach out, and we can help you with that.
So let's talk about the emotional roadblock of kind of mistrust of the financial services business.
Well, unfortunately, like any industry, there's some bad apples, and those bad apples tend to taint the whole industry, which is not really fair. But One of the things that there's a lot of awesome people in the financial industry, and I know many of them, and they're hardworking, they're dedicated, they really care about their clients and the success of their clients, and they're up at night worrying about their clients more so than their clients are, which is kind of how it should be. But anyway, that mistrust is something that's out there, and all we can do is try and do the right thing and rebuild some of that trust and re-earn some of that respect. One of the things that I do as a financial planner with 30 years experience is I've built a network of who I know in the industry I can trust, and who I'm comfortable sending clients to, and who they can trust. So rather than the client just going Google and trying to figure out who to hire as an investment advisor or whatever, a lot of people, I'm happy to help them out and share my network of people who are established and credible, and that they can go to and not have to worry about the downside or somebody.
So how do people find people like you? Like, what are you that you...
Well, I'm a fee-only financial planner, so you find me by Google. I'm on a few lists. I think I'm on Money Sense, and there's something called the Advice Only Planner. It's AOP. It's either .com or .ca. I'm not sure, but...
And you're a CFU as well.
No, I'm a CFP. Certified.
CFP.
It's okay, Barry. We'll get you educated.
Educated.
I'm a CFP, Certified Financial Planner, have been in good standing since 2002. So that's 24 years. That's a lot of experience and a lot of things learned. And so when people come to me, they benefit from that experience and that knowledge and all those connections in my network. Whatever, as a financial planner, I build the plans, but I don't necessarily get involved in managing your investments and things like that. So I have whatever you need as a service, I have somebody that I can send you to that I trust. And so I think that helps build some trust anyway.
So what's fee only versus just the guys that sell you something and take their fees that way?
Well, fee only is you just pay me for my services. You pay me like a lawyer or an accountant. You pay me for the project. So the project is to build the financial plan, and that's what you pay me for, and that's what I do. But I don't get any commissions. I don't sell any financial products, so I don't get any. There's no other source of income for me. It's just what people pay me to do their financial planning and their consulting, and that's what I do. But the majority of the industry is not fee only. It's commission based, and a lot of investment advisors, they'll more than happy to manage your investments. That's what they want to do, actually. And they might charge you 1%. So if you have, just for simplicity, if you have $1 million, 1%, that's $10,000 a year that you're going to pay them for that service. And if they're doing a good job, that's worth it. But for me, I get paid. By analogy, say you wanted to build a house and you came to me as an architect, and I designed the house and drew up the blueprints and everything, and then I give you the blueprints and you go and hire somebody to build your house, or you build your house yourself. So I'm kind of like the architect. I draw up the plans and I give you the plan, and the plan in the case with me is the financial plan, the retirement plan, the estate plan, all of that rolled into one thing.
So dialing down to the trust issue again, is that when people come to you, it doesn't mean they sign up immediately. You consult first, right?
Yeah, we have an initial meeting, and I want to hear what they're looking for, and again, as I said, I want it to be a casual, comfortable conversation, and I just asked them. I said, well, how can I help you? What's on your mind? What keeps you up at night financially, and how can I help with that? And so that's really what I offer. I tend to, in the first meetings, not talk about myself or my offering too much. I really want to know about the client and what's important to them, so that if they do eventually hire me, then I can build a plan, build that plan around what's important to them. There's different ways you can build a financial plan. So for me, I want to build a financial plan or customize it to your particular situation. So that's the more I know about you, and the more that you're willing to chat about it and share your future goals. The more I can do to make those happen.
So people can put down the fear and pick up the phone.
Well, yes, they can, but they're probably better off to pick up the email.
Oh, the computer.
The computer, yes, or the iPhone or the iPad or whatever it is. Yeah, phone is, well, I mean, it's still around. It's obviously an important thing, but almost everybody reaches out to me by email, and that works just great. So I prefer that.
Well, hey, it's a blistering hot day. Let's go to the pool.
Hey, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. Thanks, Barbie.
We'll talk to people tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
Talk
bye.
soon.